I'm trying really hard not to be nervous. I'm sorry. Uh, I hope you can't see my cursor. Hi. Kon-Kunai, everyone. Kon-Kunai. Hi. My name is Kunai Koto. I'm a kitsune. I'm a kitsune ninja. I'm sorry if it's really echoey. My streaming room is really wide and tall. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous. But it's nice to finally meet everyone. Hopefully if you've seen my Twitter, you should know a little bit more about me, but my name is Kunai Koto, as you've heard. I'm sorry, I'm really nervous. I don't want to screw this up. But I'm also excited because I was really looking forward to this. Kunai has been really, really excited to debut and say hi to everyone. And we finally get to do that, so I'm just gonna go and move over to the corner here and just get things ready. Right now, what you're looking at is Kunai's room. It's messy. Kunai knows that it's messy, but Kunai is also a boy, so it's okay to be messy. You're fine, just take a breath if you need to, thank you. Okay. It's okay. Kunai is nervous, but Kunai is also really excited to do this because it's been a bit since stream got set up. I set the waiting room for the 5th of today, or the 5th, which is today, but I sent it back a long time ago, so it's been a long time coming and a lot of waiting, but Kunai is finally here to stream, so no time like the present. But yeah, let's just get ready, and I hope this doesn't break it. But we'll see. So gonna do it on here. It's loading. And now we'll go back to OBS and we're gonna do window capture. Okay, it worked. It good. Okay, so for everyone who's just coming in, welcome to Kunai's debut stream. I'm Kunai. I've said that a couple times already. I'm really sorry. But yeah, we're just going to get right into it, and Kunai is going to introduce himself so that you can all know a bit more about me. So let's start. So for Kunai's intro, Kunai is a big boy. Kunai is old enough. Kunai is old enough to be a big boy, but Kunai is also not very big. I'm not very tall or heavy. Kunai is a ninja, which is, this can I speak in third person? Sometimes it's inconsistent, but Kunai does try to speak in third person sometimes, but not very much. Oh, hello there. Hi. Hello. Welcome to debut stream. But Kunai is a ninja, but Kunai is also in training still, so because Kunai is in training, his schedule isn't very consistent. So streaming is sometimes not super frequent because Kunai's schedule for training is sometimes either really early or really late. It can be at nighttime till morning, or it can be from morning till in the late afternoon. But whenever Kunai can, Kunai wants to be able to stream and hang out with everyone. If you also couldn't tell, Kunai's hair is brown and my eyes are green. Foxes, I know, are typically orange in fur, but some are white fur too, because they live in snow. But Kunai lives not in the snow, but also not in somewhere where it's really orange, I suppose. So Kunai's hair is brown. But for more about Kunai, if you saw on Twitter already, you should have seen some of these pictures and tweets. Because Kunai talked about some of his stuff that he really likes, but also stuff that Kunai doesn't like so much. So, for favorite food, Kunai really, really likes steak and other meat. Kunai can eat other stuff too, including veggies and whatever, but Kunai really likes steak. But for my favorite drink, it's apple juice, actually. Maple leaves, you would think, would be something relating to what Kunai likes to drink, but that's more so what Kunai really likes to collect. Kunai really likes autumn and really likes going outside with maple leaves and leaves changing color. So that's why Kunai has a lot of maple leaves and maple leaves on his outfit. But for games, Kunai really likes to play video games a lot of the time. So if Kunai's not streaming and Kunai's not working, that means Kunai's probably playing video games. But for favorite games, I really like games like Monster Hunter and Dark Souls, but Kunai also likes Halo games, especially Halo Reach, and Kunai also really, really likes Metroid, because those games are really exploration heavy, but they're also puzzle solving, so you have to think and use your head. And Kunai doesn't think very much, so he has to think more in those games. Just good, aren't we all? That's true. Kunai's reading chat on his phone, so I know there's not a chat overlay on screen, so Kunai's just watching chat on his phone to make sure that everyone's behaving and following rules. Not that you won't. Kunai doesn't think anyone's gonna break rules, but for Kunai's favorite anime and manga, Kunai does watch other TVs and movie stuff, but Kunai also really likes to watch anime shows and manga. Truly the pinnacle VTubers. Oi! Kunai tries. I'm just... Kunai simply likes having hobbies, okay? Shush. But for Kunai's favorites, I really like Evangelion. It's not for everyone. It all starts somewhere. Kunai really likes Evangelion. Kunai also likes Berserk and JoJo, as well as Hellsing. It's not on here because I ran out of space and didn't update it because these are old pictures. But Kunai also really likes stuff like Fate. Fate series is really, really fun, and Kunai really likes those stories. Another story that Kunai really likes, another show that Kunai really likes, that's an anime. This is gonna be surprising maybe, but Kunai really likes K-On! like the band show. Kunai really likes that one and thinks it's really, really good. And, of course, a big reason that Kunai wants to be a VTuber is because Kunai watches VTubers. And this isn't a complete list, but some of Kunai's... Kunai likes the gory stuff. Kunai is a big boy. And he likes watching and reading shows that are mature. Because Kunai's ninja training isn't always super fun, to say the least. Sometimes Kunai has to see stuff that's kind of not good. But it's okay. But yeah, back to VTubers that I really like to watch. Kunai really likes Shirogane and Noel from Hololive, as well as Raura Panthera from Hololive as well. I also like Pippa from Phase Connect and Chikafuji Lisa from Idol Corp. I know I know that font makes it look like U and J and Lisa's name are put together, but they're separate. It's just the font. But now for some of Kunai's dislikes. Kunai, this might upset some people, but Kunai doesn't really like pizza or... Kunai likes some vegetables, but Kunai really doesn't like green beans or olives. And Kunai especially doesn't like pizza. Women of Phase. Phase Connect has a lot of really talented and funny VTubers that Kunai likes to watch. I didn't put her on the list, but Kunai also really likes Tenma and Arena from Phase as well, but Kunai likes a lot of VTubers in general. You insulted all of the Italians. The olives are probably one of the best topics on pizza. No! Kunai doesn't like pizza. Kunai doesn't like how pizza smells or tastes. Kunai really, really doesn't like pizza. And I know that's gonna upset some people. But for drinks that Kunai doesn't really like, Kunai doesn't like almond milk. Almond milk isn't very good. Because why would you drink almond milk when normal milk is there and it's better? It's just infinitely superior to oat milk or almond milk. Or is Kunai lactose intolerant? No. Kunai isn't, because Kunai really likes milk and other stuff. Not as much as stuff like apple juice and other drinks, but Kunai really doesn't like almond milk. And another drink that Kunai doesn't like is LaCroix. Kunai doesn't like a lot of sparkling, watery drinks, which you can kind of see by the next one, but Kunai doesn't like flavored stuff that's not really flavored, because if you're gonna drink something that's sweet and has like a flavor to it, just drink juice. You can carbonate juice, it's not hard. There's things like soda streams now, so you can carbonate stuff like juice and other drinks, so it's not hard to have stuff that's actually good. But another drink that Kunai doesn't like is White Claw. Again, Kunai might be not very big, but Kunai is indeed a big boy. So Kunai can drink stuff like alcohol. And of all the alcohol stuff that Kunai has ever had, White Claw is probably the worst. You can drink a lot of it, which is why people like to drink them. Apple cider. Apple cider is really good. It's really warm, especially the warm apple ciders when it's alcohol. I should have probably put this down, but Kunai also really likes to drink. Not all the time, because Kunai has to work and go to training, but when Kunai can, Kunai really likes to have a good, yummy, warm drink that's maybe has hurt to it on the way down. But for games that Kunai also doesn't really like, Kunai is a big boy. Kunai does not like Roblox. Roblox is really dumb, because when Kunai was a really, really little fox, he remembers when Roblox first came around and was a thing, and it was kind of neat back then, but now it's just... There's probably like one or two games on there that maybe are fun, but Kunai doesn't really have any interest or desire to go and play on Roblox. Another game that Kunai probably wants to do a bigger stream talking about this, but another game that Kunai doesn't really like is Persona 5. Kunai likes the other Persona games like 3 and 4, and I really want to play Persona 2 on PSP, but Persona 5 is really not... People act like it's really, really good, and it's good, but it's not the best game ever or anything, and Kunai thinks it's really overrated. And on the opposite end, a game Kunai really doesn't like is Garten of Banban. all of them, Kunai doesn't like any of those games. And if you wonder why, well, let's just say Kunai has a friend who did a video for another VTuber where they played all of the Garten of Banban games. And he really didn't like making that video, and Kunai saw how angry he got. But Kunai doesn't have any interest in playing those games for his sake. It's really good, not the best game out there, Persona. Yeah, it's still a good game. Kunai thinks it's okay, but it's not like a perfect 10 or amazing or anything. It's just, compared to the other Persona games, Kunai thinks it's just very okay. Like, I want to talk about more on a separate stream because I don't want to get too derailed, but Kunai thinks it's only about maybe a 7.5 or 8 out of 10, which is, it makes it sound worse than it is, but I think that's more fair. It's very good, but it's also not like this pinnacle of RPG or JRPG games. But another game that Kunai doesn't really like, it's a popular game and it's well made, but Kunai is going to talk about why I don't like it, and it's needy streamer overload. I didn't have enough room when I made the tweet, so I shortened it, but Kunai doesn't really like that game because of the idea that streamers are mean and don't really appreciate their audience or the people who watch them. Which, I don't know. That's just not something Kunai agrees with, because for fans of streamers, that's how big streamers and streamers in general make their money and get views and have a job where they can just talk and play video games and have fun for a living. And it's not like Kunai's jealous of that. That's not something... Kunai wants to be a VTuber, but not to have a full job. This is something Kunai wants to do as a hobby and for fun, and we'll get more into that in a bit, but the idea that you're someone who is just taking advantage of your fans isn't something that Kunai really likes. Because Kunai doesn't want to do that. Kunai wants to stream and make people happy. But, alright. It's got a little sad, so I don't want to keep the mood down, but for more last dislikes, some anime and manga that Kunai doesn't really like. I said don't. It doesn't. Some anime and manga that I don't like are My Hero Academia. Kunai remembers seeing this stuff and that series get popular when he was a lot younger, and some of it is probably not terrible, but it's just a case of fans being really annoying and dumb and kind of ruining it and making Kunai not want to watch a show. Because, no. Kunai has seen how some My Hero fans get, and no, I'm not interested in that. But another show that Kunai doesn't really like is Darling in the Franxx. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but how dare you not like the perfection that is image? I'm sorry. Kunai doesn't really like a lot of shonen that's not Dragon Ball. Which is a very normie taste, and I'm sorry. It's just not for me. But for Darling in the Franxx, a big reason that Kunai doesn't like this show is because Kunai really, really likes Eva. And Eva is a show that Kunai really likes, and just from watching a little bit that Kunai could kind of tell that Darling is just, it's not a ripoff, but it's very similar, but missing the point at the same time. And from what I tried to watch, it just wasn't very interesting. It was well drawn. It was well drawn and animated, but it just wasn't something that Kunai really liked. And the last one on that list, which Kunai knows is probably raising some eyebrows, Kunai tried to watch Gurren Lagann, like, right after watching Eva. And I only got about 2 or 3 episodes in before I got bored. It's a really well drawn show. It's very well animated, but it's just Kunai only really likes mecha anime when it's depressing. I know that's kind of mean and dark to say, but Kunai doesn't really like shows that are a bit too lighthearted because it's just, I don't know. Like, Kunai tried to watch it, Kunai got bored. Kunai just really likes. The only thing Kunai is gonna say about Gurren Lagann that he really likes is that the character design was really good and that Kunai thought Yoko was pretty. But that's kind of it. I'm sorry. But yeah, for a bit more, because I did miss some of it in those pictures, but for fan names, you guys who are Kunai's fans and who watch Kunai, your fan name is Shurikens, because Kunai needs a lot of you, and they help Kunai with his tasks and just doing whatever he needs to do during his day. So I thought about different names, but I thought that was the most fitting for you guys, because Kunai is a ninja. And for Oshi marks, Kunai's Oshi marks are a fox, of course, and a maple leaf. That was almost what your guys' fan name was going to be, but I thought about it more, and I think Shurikens just fits better because it's just funnier. But I don't know. Might have to draw or make an attempt at drawing what you guys are going to look like for Kunai, but that should come later because Kunai doesn't even have a proper model just yet. So, but for Kunai's Kamiyoshi, because I saw this the other day on Twitter that it was Oshi Day, and Kunai didn't tweet. But Kunai's Kamiyoshi is Yuki Hanalami from Hololive. And the big reason why is Kunai got into VTubers a long time ago, but when one of the first VTuber debuts that Kunai ever watched was Lamy, back when she and the other rest of Holo Gen 5 debuted. And Lamy's design really stuck out to Kunai. It just was, her streams are just very comfy, and she's just a very relaxed and easygoing streamer to watch, and it's just very, how she streams and what her content is just very in line with what Kunai likes and likes to see in streamer and VTuber content. So it's just stuff that I can watch and relax to just ease down and unwind, and that's what Kunai likes to do. Which, speaking of unwinding, let's go into hobbies. I talked about this a bit ago, but some of Kunai's favorite hobbies is games and video games. But Kunai also likes cooking and music, but a very big thing that Kunai likes to do is sleep. Kunai is a very sleepy boy. I sleep a lot because I don't sleep very much at night, so I try to sleep a lot during the day to make up for it. Sometimes that's just with stuff like gummies to help sleep with melatonin. Kunai takes melatonin gummies sometimes. Not all the time, because you shouldn't take those all the time, but only sometimes. But Kunai also will listen to streams to fall asleep and stuff like that. I'm not going to say what kind of streams because it's embarrassing and Kunai doesn't want to get shy. But Kunai likes to fall asleep and sleep a lot. So if Kunai doesn't stream a lot of days, that probably means Kunai is sleeping. Well, to keep going, fish. Fish? What fish? Good. Is there a fish? I don't see a fish. I really tried. I don't know why you said fish. But it's okay. So, a big reason why Kunai wants to be a VTuber. So, a big one. I didn't type anything because Kunai thought it would be better to. Kunai thought it would be better to just talk about this overall. A reason that Kunai wants to be a VTuber, and a big reason, is because sometimes during ninja training, Kunai has to see some stuff that is not exactly pleasant. Sometimes Kunai has to see people who are really hurt or who aren't really here with us anymore. And it's scary, and Kunai realizes that, yeah, that's just job and part of training for him, but for other people, that's just what they have to do in life, and life can be really hard and really scary sometimes. And so sometimes when life gets down and you just don't feel like you can do anything that day, it's easier to just relax and watch someone be uplifting and just be a good, happy person, because sometimes we can't always be happy on our own. And if Kunai can make someone happy just by being him and talking about stuff that he likes, then Kunai thinks that's worth giving this VTuber and streaming thing a try. Kunai doesn't expect to necessarily make money or be super famous or anything, because Kunai doesn't need to. Kunai has money and a way to keep himself happy and safe. So VTubing doesn't necessarily need to be a job or the be-all, end-all for Kunai. But if it can make someone just a bit happier or have just a little bit of a better day, then it's worth it. Because Kunai wants to just be someone who can make other people happy. Because that's what Kunai does with his family and other people in his life already. So why not try to do that on a bigger scale? Which, I know that's kind of a downer statement and downer thing to say, and I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be really sad or depressing, but I also want to make sure that I'm just honest and upfront with what my plan is to do. So, yeah. So, plans for streams. This might be tentative, and I might have to adjust some time stuff, but tomorrow, Kunai wants to do a Zatsu stream talking about Dark Souls 1, because Kunai has played a lot of the Dark Souls games from 1 and 3. I want to play 2, but Kunai has also played Bloodborne as well. But I really want to talk about Dark Souls 1, because I have the most to say about it. And Thursday and Friday, I'm going to have training, so there's not going to be streams those days. I'm really sorry. Kunai needs to sleep and get ready for training at night. Kunai is going to be doing his last 2 days of nighttime training. So that's why Kunai can't stream those days. But after that, Kunai is going to be back to streaming during the day. Or not streaming, back to training during the day and during the rest of the main week. So I won't necessarily be able to stream those days, but I can stream during the weekend. So that'll be good. Saturday, I want to talk about Monster Hunter and compare old Monster Hunter to new Monster Hunter. Kunai's tummy's growling, I'm sorry. I haven't eaten lunch yet. I only woke up a bit ago. But I showered and got clean so I could get ready for stream today. But Saturday, I want to talk about Monster Hunter. And Sunday, I probably am going to sleep. Or Kunai will sleep, but he'll be active everywhere else. And I'll probably be able to stream on Sunday, or not Sunday. Sunday's sleep day. But on Monday, Kunai wants to maybe do React stream. I don't know. I might chat about something, another game that Kunai likes. But right now, a big problem for Kunai is I can't really stream games because I'm streaming from a laptop right now, so streaming options are kind of limited, but we make do with what we have and go from there. But that is just about it. That's all Kunai really has to say for today. But I'm really happy for those of you who came in to say hi and check out today's stream. Kunai hopes that you'll come and say hi the other days and other streams too. And going forward for plans and whatnot, I didn't put this down on the PowerPoint presentation, but Kunai hopefully wants to get a live 2D model by February of next year. So in a few-ish months, hopefully. There's an artist and a regular Kunai has in mind. I was recommended one from a certain fish tuber. So, and they've done her models in the past. Yep, gotta start somewhere. So I might get a model commissioned and ready soon. I don't know if I'll be able to do live 2D yet on live stream at the same time. But if I can do live 2D and videos, Kunai might do that instead for a little bit as well, and just do PNG for streaming. But another big thing that Kunai wants to do is get actual art commissioned. Because if you weren't able to tell, Kunai gets a lot of his pictures and his assets because of stuff like novel AI, which Kunai knows that it's not a real replacement for art, an actual hand-drawn art, and Kunai knows that acting like it is or like it's his own artwork would be bad. But Kunai does really want to get really high, not necessarily high-end, but really nice and genuine art commissions and stuff, so that I can use it for thumbnails and stream preview stuff for you guys. And just maybe, I don't know. That's just something Kunai wants to do and work towards. But, question. Does Kunai have 2 sets of ears? Just fox ears on top or 2 sets of ears? That is a good question. I don't know. I might have 2 sets of ears. You might. I think looking at my current PNG that I use on Fugi, I have 2 sets, so I'm not too sure. But I might also just have fox ears on top, but I also may have human ears too, so I don't know. Didn't know if it was an AI thing. Extra ears, the extra ear thing, that's kind of frequent with normal VTuber models anyway too, but novel AI typically does bad with hands from what Kunai sees, and sometimes pupils and eyes, but hands are the weak point. So I was just wondering. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Kunai's not ashamed to say that his PNGs and assets right now are used with AI. That's not a big issue or worry. I just don't want to upset other people, but that's sort of a given. So people are going to be mad about it. Well, some people might be, but others won't. It's just easier for starting out to have stuff because Kunai can make a lot of those and just weed out the ones that are really good and that Kunai likes most. Yeah, Kunai is too. That's why the best approach from how I see it is to just treat it like it's a tool, to have it be like a reference material and make stuff that you can go off of, but you can use it as just a way to, I don't know, Mr. Listening. Tell me, my stomach's growling, I'm sorry, I hope you guys can't hear it. I also hope the BGM's not too loud or too quiet. I've been trying to make sure that it's toned down, but still there. But either way, I think I'm going to call it for today. I was really glad I got to stream and you guys can hear. Okay, good. That's good. That's a relief. Besides, you could always make your own art and develop your skills later. True. But either way, right now we've been streaming 40 minutes, which I think that's good for a debut stream. So I think I'm gonna call it there. So thank you guys all for coming in today and coming to watch my debut. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. But we're gonna probably do a more stream tomorrow. I want to talk about Dark Souls 1, so Kunai's probably gonna work on making waiting room thumbnails and getting that all set up. Guess you get some food soon. That sounds like a very good idea. But yeah, I'm gonna go switch back to waiting room screen to end, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay. Thank you for coming. Kon-Kunai.